Okay, we're just about finishing our spring term of 2005, getting ready for our summer session and next fall. And what we're going to use to focus on our Math 1103 course is this little booklet in which I prepared various mini lessons that I took from Pearson, and we will use that as our basic mini lecture and as worksheets for our chapters 1 through 5. Now, we don't have any written assignment on lesson 1 of chapter 1, but it's a little bit as a preliminary background to doing any course that you would take in college or actually anywhere. So, getting ready for the course, understanding some general tips for success, understanding how to use the textbook, which is the online textbook, get help as soon as you need it, learn to prepare for and take exams, develop good time management. So these are some general objectives that we will elucidate on. Now, I would always tell the story to my students throughout my career once I heard it, and was that when you wake up in the morning, you can't choose your parents, but you certainly can choose your attitude. So, starting off the day with a positive attitude, allowing adequate time for class arrival. And again, this is not just for your math class, this is in general. And bring along all required materials. Understanding some general tips for success. Now, in any class, you should try to make contact with another class member. This way, if you're ever absent, you can give them a call or her a call, find out what went on, so you're not behind. Choose to attend all classes. Again, unless there's a real emergency, attending class is an important part of your commitment to the course. And again, going to college costs a lot of money. So you're getting value for your money. Do your homework. And we'll be going over all of these as it applies to this course as we continue our introduction. Check your work and learn from mistakes. So again, for any course, it's okay to make an error. And in fact, sometimes errors are good because it helps you to focus on where you made a mistake and then modifying that to get to the right answer. Seek help when needed. Now in this course, we have Math Zone, which is dedicated to help students do well with the instructors and the student tutors available to help where you have a problem. Stay organized. Again, you might say, well, I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there, this little scrap of paper. You want to be orderly and in a meticulous way. Be neat. Label your material. Highlight. Don't over highlight, but highlight, the important things, the rules. Ask questions. Again, that's what the teachers are here for. And be sure to do all assignments. Number 3, understanding how to use the textbook. Well, I have another video in which I show you the study plan in great detail, and we'll be going over that. But again, in any college course that earns 3 credits, and it's usually 16 weeks of instruction, that for each of these class periods, you're supposed to spend double the time outside of class working on reading the textbook, doing the practice, doing the mastery to earn mastery points, which is part of your study plan. Refer to lecture videos. Again, I've made a lesson, actually is in 3 different uh, parts. One's a whiteboard lesson, one's the textbook lesson, one's a additional exercise lesson, and then we're doing these mini lectures as well. So lots of reference material for you if you have difficulty. Now again, if you know something, these are things you can skip over as you monitor the time needed to get mastery. And here are a few others. I may not read them all, but you can look at them. Okay, another thing is as you move along, you don't understand something, get help right away. And that's what Math Zone is basically set up to do. There are instructors and tutors moving around. Just get their attention, have them come over and answer your question. And if one doesn't do it well, try another one, because that sometimes can be the case. Someone may be able to explain something more clearly to you than another. Now we also have, and I'm not sure what the summer hours would be, but in the bottom floor of the library, there is the Student Learning Center where there are tutors, and they can help in math, English, most subjects. Just going there, and a lot of students have profited from that. It's sort of like having your own individual tutors. In the old days, students would have to pay for a tutor, but for you, this is all part of the course and what the University of New Haven does for you. Okay, learning to prepare for and take exams. Well, a strong item that I would recommend is keep a homework log. So as you do your practice, as you do your quiz me's, record the example and the steps you use to solve it. Making corrections is needed. And I have a video on this somewhere as well. And the idea of mathematics particularly is to be orderly and neat so that you can see the sequence in which your examples are resolved and you get an answer. And you have the material, if there's an error somewhere, to be discovered by either your instructor or tutor, or in some cases, a fellow student. Read the chapter highlights as part of your textbook. Practice, and we do lots of practice. And then when taking a test, read the directions carefully. So often you think it said this, but when you read it again, you realize it's asking for something else. And again, when you put it into the computer, it has to be what the computer example is asking for. And pace yourself. Use all available time. Check your work and answers. If on a test they give you 75 minutes, don't rush through it in 15 and say, oh, I'm finished. Take another time, go through them all, because it's your accuracy of tests that give you good scores. And for good time management, make a list of all weekly commitments with estimated time needed. Now, many of you are not going to do this, but for those that find that you're just swamped, this might be a good thing to do. And be sure to schedule study time. And you need to eat, you need to sleep, and you need some relaxation. So you can maybe have to schedule in some social time. Get your mind off things. But again, you spent money to go to college. It's a commitment, a responsibility, and you have to each of your classes, a commitment to do the best job you can. So this is what topic one is like. Very shortly, we're going to go on to mini lecture 1.2 and get started with the actual material of the course.